Good day, beautiful people. I've been contemplating and in a communicative space since just after 4 this morning. Could not tell you the hour right now. Yet, after yesterday's unintended video and the space I am in now, this is necessary. Yesterday I mentioned some of the Guardia Civil or Polizia Militar in Valencia that I had jokes with. This is specifically to one of you, this first part. As I was doing my reconnaissance of Alicante, one of you, as a group, as I was walking around seeing the lay of the land today, and in my mind's eye seeing the changes from the lay of the land of yesterday, one of you walked up to me and we had a laugh, and you said very loudly, "War of the Worlds," at which I flared up and nearly gave you a kind of spiritual ass whipping. Both of you jumped back in fear as you saw me pull my energy back and control myself and have a laugh with you. Because the reason why I did this is because as you said that joke, you allowed all those who were killing our people, who were surrounding us in that moment, to nearly, but they didn't, get an idea of what I was doing walking around in Alicante in all the regions of Catala. And for this, I nearly opened up a kind of spiritual ass whipping upon you. Now, the reason why I bring this to you today is because you, in doing that, have shown me you can be rather reckless. And in these final moments, as you, my beautiful brothers in arms, bring an end to all those who need to be ended, there will be no unnecessary death, because no death of our own is necessary. So to you, my beautiful brother in Alicante, and all other brothers among us who have this same reckless mentality, you are tasked to sit, utilize the breath, and bring yourself to stillness before you go out and do these final tasks to end those who are killing our children, because your reckless nature cannot be allowed on the battlefield. Not at all. Remember, this is not a war. This is just an ending as necessary. Forget once. I need to see every single one of you when this is all over. Bring yourself to stillness. No more reckless activity. Not a single life lost. Now, to my beautiful sentinels. Kate, you're probably wondering why I utilize you, because your family is so beautiful. The Crusades, what all of you do not know, because history, the professional historians have taught you differently, is that the Crusades were never about spreading a religious ideal, although that was part of the process. They were about killing all Morenos who are connected to the earth, all Morenos who are connected to the universal, all Morenos who are connected to nature. And they went around killing all the people they could under the guise of the Crusades. Now, all those in Europe and all those in England who were being destroyed by the Crusaders, they went into hiding because they knew they cannot allow their bloodlines to be ended. It is also one of the reasons why these little dirty, I won't go there now, catalogued our people from the Magna Carta onwards, the cataloguing of our forces. So you may wonder why I may speak of somebody and highlighting who they are. It makes no difference. They already know who every single one of you on earth are. The families you came from, the families they've been trying to kill. It is no coincidence they are targeting specific families and have been for centuries, because they already have you catalogued. So me talking makes no difference. Just make you aware to stand up now among those who see and be counted, because your testimony with the Almighty is one of the reasons I am here doing all that is necessary. This is one of the reasons the Crusades wanted the end of you all, the collective consciousness in which your memories reside, in which I have traveled through my whole lifetime, seeing from now to as far back as necessary, could not be if your memories had not been formed in the first place. And for this, they have tried to kill every single one of you for centuries. And for this, they killed your father, Kate, because your father was a seer, is a seer. A beautiful brother of mine still. So all of you stand among those who can see and be counted. You are sentinels. You have always been sentinels. One of you sentinels specifically, Jack, in a moment of guidance to me, you said, take yourself to the precipice, a point of no return. And that one piece of advice has saved our life on earth. Many occasions. I took myself to that precipice with my fury. And I have held myself on that black hole of precipice of my fury my whole life. Ever since that moment you gave me that advice. Gratitude, brother Sentinel. Now you stand among the counted also. Truth. Now, in these final moments, my brothers gendarmes in Paris, we have all had our moments laugh. Now is not a moment for laughter. Now is a moment for the final acts. In these final acts, you are going to clear Paris of all non-Catalan, all non-Moreno. And you know who they are because you watch them attacking me as I walk through the streets of Paris. There are many in the center, the Catalan, in the center of Paris, in your red light district, that are there specifically researching the death of all of you. They all go now. You do not have a moment to waste. Alongside this, you will set up a team who prepare my home. And you know what my home and the position of my home, because my insignia is engraved upon this building. And as you all know, the insignia on the building says who owns that building. It is my home. You will prepare it. And what you will do, all the children of Romania right now who are sitting in the orphanages being studied by these little, and in the research papers being called rats and vermin, presenting their research to all their own and how they coordinate the behavior in killing our children. You will collect those children from the orphanages and you will put them in my home. You will have as many to a room as necessary. You will put nice, beautiful bunk beds in those rooms. You will make sure they have no need. All the beautiful children of Australia, those who are still being tortured and hidden, you will take them too, put them in my home. All those of Russia, the original Cossacks, because the Cossacks, unfortunately, have been those who have been tortured for the longest among all of us. You go to the research papers from the late 1800s to the early 19 and straight through to the mid 20th, and you will see they publish their torturing of the Cossack people and children as science. They open the heads of these people while they are alive, no anesthetic, stuck probes into their brains to judge the physiological response. Imagine that. And they are still torturing our Cossack brothers and sisters in Russia. You will take all those beautiful children who are still being tortured, like the Romanians, and you will put them in my home in Paris. Remember, they will have no needs. In the meantime, you will be doing your assessment of doctors and nurses who are among us, who can be with me in the healing of these children. Because when this comes to an end, I disappear from all of you. None of you will see me again for a long duration. And my only task will be healing those children with those medics who have been chosen by you, my beautiful brothers and sisters, who have assessed them in these final processes. I will be the final judge, yet you will do this. You will clear out Paris. In Paris, there will be no one outside in my home apart from brothers and sisters who are in this end. And some teachers, because they are necessary for the children. Most of Paris will disappear or become like of old, land to be grown upon. But this is something we'll cover in the future. But this you will start now. Sentinels on the rise. Now, you may be wondering why it's taken me 2 years since that moment of the jokes in Alicante to get to here. It's because I needed to heal myself. As per the prophecies, it will be the sword that you use to end many, because it's only the sword that can separate them from their dastardly spirits. But for your sword, your katanas, not swords, your katanas, to be able to do this task, your katanas had to be imbued with a righteous energy, an energy of truth and light and love. And for me to be able to do this, I needed to be healed. And that I am now. So in the last month or so, I have been doing all that's necessary. So every katana on earth that is now going to take part, be utilized by my brothers in arms in these final closing moments, has now been imbued with the energy to do so. So they do not even be picked out, not picked up unnecessarily. I have been taking notes of your strategic positioning over the last year and a half, the things you've been doing to move yourself around and get yourself ready. And as far as I am concerned, and that's the only palavra you need, you are ready. This final moment you will center through the breath so you can use those katanas and end these that needed to be ended. Those of you who are not part of it, you will get my home ready. You will go and get those children, as I have said. It's not just the children, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Romania, Cossack, Australia. Now in the regions of Slav, so Holland, Denmark, Finland, Norway, there are warrens on the hills, like in Requena in Catalan region of Valencia. And all over America, you have warrens under these hills, as one there is in Harrow on the Hill. And in some of these warrens, there are children who have been stolen and are being tortured in these warrens also. All those children go to Paris also. Every single one. They will need my healing. This is not something you will wait. You get on this act now. At the moment you see this video, some of you have already heard, but the moment you see this, there is not a moment to lose. Center, relax, be in a position to utilize your katanas. I am here.